So now I guess I'll do a quick overview of how to build this. I have not built it from scratch yet, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, so the first thing to do is this selector area. This is where all the calculation happens, basically. Basically, this is just, all of this is to get one of three outputs, and so that only one of the three outputs fires. And the three outputs are here, here, and here, basically. So let's start building. First thing is the target spot. This is where you want the person to stand. It could be bigger than that, obviously, but you don't want it to be too big because then you run the risk of the wrong person being targeted by part or all of your command. So these are just going to be comparing blocks. I'm just going to copy these. It's just the test fours. It actually doesn't matter which side these particular ones are on because they are just for this line here. Then we need a comparator and that a repeater. And this could be a bit smaller if there was a setting for comparators that they would put out a longer signal, but there's not. But I think the settings for comparators as they exist now make sense, so I'm not too worried about it. So those go like that, and then we need to dig under here. Yeah, as you can see, I'm just kind of winging this because I don't totally remember how this all goes. Yeah, I think that's right. Right? Yes, that's right. Okay, cool. So that's like that. And we need a torch. Torch goes there and there. What's next? Next is red and blue wool. Let's keep it how we have it here, with blue wool on this side and red wool on this side. Then green's going to go there, and we need a button. Yeah, we don't need any more green wool. So we'll have a button there, and right here is going to be our command block that clears your levels. So XP negative 9999L at P, and then this is going to be your target. I'm not going to find the target for this, but it's just these coordinates and radius of 1. So yeah, that's just to make sure that they're not currently on a team, so the thing runs correctly and doesn't count them as being on a team already. Then we need to put a repeater on top of this, and that's set 2 ticks, so hit it once. Then we need more command blocks. As you can see, this thing is kind of tightly packed. You can see earlier versions that were much more spread out. Things just don't come this way. You gotta work to get it this small. And I'm sure this could even be compacted more, but I have not, because partially because compactness is not that important to me. Okay, so here we have the blue test, and that was at the end of this one. So it goes there, and then it's on the opposite one for this side. So that, and then we get the red test, and that goes here and there. So there we go. That is the basics of the testing, and it should give us basically 3 outputs. Oh, I messed something up. I thought that seemed weird. These got to be a little bit further. Okay. So now we put this on top there, and then we need torches on those, and whoops, repeaters here, and these are the locks for the main line. And the way that goes is we need a block going to there, and then this is the main line coming through here. Excuse me. So this is the main line for if you're getting a random output, basically. Oh, that should not be dust. That should be a repeater on 4 ticks. So these will lock the main line, the random line, the even line, whatever you want to call it. Then what next? Oh, right. And we have repeaters coming out of here. We could do it without repeaters, but unfortunately I needed the signal to go at least 2, which is not possible with that, so that's how it goes. These, oh boy. That's going to be the other lines. So then we bring, this is the button signal here. We're bringing the button signal across so that it can feed into the specific team joins. And that's what these command blocks are. So this one is join red, I think. No, that's join blue, which is why there's blue wool on that side. So for now we're just going to do say blue and say red. Simple as that. So now this works completely for if you're just trying to add a person to a team when the teams aren't even. If you also want the randomizer aspect, you need to keep going with this. And didn't think about that. Is that going to cause a problem? That might be what was causing problems. Let's do that to be safe. So we're going to change this. Basically, I was having a spot where, whoa, that's not what I wanted. Redstone could feed into itself twice, which in this case it probably wasn't breaking anything, but I'm not sure. So it's better to be safe than sorry, I guess. So now we just need to build the randomizer. It's pretty simple, which is why I like it. We just need power going to this at all times. Then we need to dig this out a bit. What are we doing? This is going to be that, so this needs to be like that. Alright, so we need a piston, a dispenser, and some sand. Oops. I think we're done with comparators for now, so let's get rid of that. So we put a piston here and 2 sand there. We put the dispenser here, and we can put our sandstone back there. We need buckets. We need one of those and one of those. Water there. And then fill the dispenser. One of each. And the way this works basically is it's set up in... Oh, you know what? I didn't build this right in that other one, but it still seemed to work. Huh. What I forgot was this torch here. Oops. Hopefully that was not... Okay, good. I actually forgot to put that torch in, but it still seemed to work. Interesting. probably because I goofed something else up. Anyway, so there's that bucket. Now I've lost my other bucket. So there we go, one of each. And the way this works is this dispenser gets 2 pulses every time redstone comes through here. And what that does is it either spits out water then takes it away, or it takes away water and then spits it out. And depending on the order that happens, this block will either get a block update or it won't. If it doesn't, then this piston doesn't extend. If it does, then this piston will extend because it's being powered diagonally, because this block here is powered. That's a bud switch thing. So then we cover this over and we put redstone there. And you just heard the dispenser tick twice, and that is the way it works every time it gets a redstone. So that is the basics of the randomizer. And then we just need to split the randomizer, or take the 2 outputs from the randomizer and do something with them. This is the simplest way that I found to get 2 distinct signals from this. I have this other method that works if you're using levels for teams and that's all you care about, but this will also allow you to teleport people and do all that stuff too. All the other things you might want to do with teams. So the way this works is you have a repeater there, a command block there, a redstone torch on the command block, and we need a repeater coming out of the command block, and dust there, and then we need some holes here. We actually go under this, and we need a 4-tick repeater and a 2-tick repeater, and that powers this block, so that'll flick that torch off. And then we have that, and this powers this torch, and then these power this torch, which powers this command block. And so it doesn't matter which of these you assign to which, but one's going to be random red and the other's going to be random blue. So this should work basically now. I didn't set up any of the targeting, so, and obviously I haven't set the teams to actually join me to teams. It's just gonna give me 1 output. Right now Adobe's still on blue, so it's just gonna give me red every time. Let's take him off a team. So now it should give me randoms. Oh god, I broke something by changing things. This is why you don't change your design in the middle of designing. What happened here? Oh, I forgot to put delay on this repeater. Those both need to be at 4 as well, just like this one. So we need to reset this by joining blue. Actually, no, that's not the way to reset it. This is the easy way to reset it. Huh. Oh, I guess because I put target in the... It just targets anybody? Okay. The command block that clears your levels, since I didn't actually specify a target for it, it just targets anywhere, which is fine, because we should be able to display things well enough from here. See, now it's on random, and then if Adobe joins red, then we should always get blue, and so we do. So yeah, that is how to build the automatic team balancer. That looks different. No, I guess not. And let me know if you have any questions or comments. This would be great for alpha versus beta, or other maps that use levels for teams, like the one that Etho is working on, or any of the TF2 maps. Yeah, pass it around, build it yourself. It's a fun thing to do. If you haven't messed with Test 4 command yet, you should definitely check it out, because it's really powerful, and I think it's a sign of things to come. Goodbye.